Mind the missing belt, guys. I have already eaten food. This is like the last thing I'm doing for tonight, and then I'm getting showered and going to bed. Because it is about that time, and I have work in the morning-ish. So, welcome. If you have never been here, my name is Matthew. I am 24, and I live in Arizona. I'm very happy to be here. I currently am restoring a 72 Mustang, which is not the greatest Mustang ever, but no, I take it back. I've actually grown to kind of like it a lot. But anyways, if you've never been here, welcome. If you have been here, you know me, or you're just someone who's been seeing the videos, welcome back. Really appreciate it. Give me a sec. My goodness. All right. So with that out of the way, I am here to kind of give you a preload before the video that you're about to see, which is a sped up version of me kind of taking apart the engine, the 302 engine that I'm currently working on that was stock. Well, I'm lying. It had been cammed and something else had been done to it. I'm forgetting. Anyways, a mostly stock engine. I'm forgetting everything. Nothing is going through my mind. So anyways, prologue. I'm forgetting the pronunciation. But anyways, so the reason I'm here to give you this little, is it epilogue? Wait. No, epilogue is last. Prologue, yeah. Anyways, the reason I'm here giving you this video right now is because I'm ashamed. Okay, there's a whole story behind this, but essentially what ended up happening was I screwed up and I deleted the full hour and a half that I spent disassembling this engine with the cameraman. This is like the very few times that you're ever gonna have this, and feels bad. That's just how it is. And the only thing I have to show for it is the two clips that are roughly, well, now that they're sped up, it's gonna be like 8 minutes total probably. So that's what you're gonna get. And I'm really sorry about that, my bad. That was some big fat screw up on my end, and I feel terrible, but you know, you kind of gotta move on and live your life and do better next time. So that's what we're gonna do. And super unfortunate. I'm so glad I didn't have to share the whole story, because the whole story is kind of long and dumb. But anyways, so that's why I'm kind of talking, that's why I'm yapping right now. And I'm gonna kind of talk you guys through the whole thing. It's really unfortunate too, because this video had all the, little idiosyncrasies of the engine that you were going to discover along the way with me. And, those things being, when loosening bolts, you're going to hear the pop or a nothing, and that would tell you whether or not that was likely good or not. And even then, you can take those bolts and measure them, not by rolling them, but actually measuring them with a caliper to see if they had been stretched. If they've been stretched, you replace them. Doesn't matter, I'm replacing them anyways, because this engine's gonna last forever. So that's just how it's gonna be. I don't make the rules. So that's just that. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And I think that's it. This video was maybe in June or July, somewhere around there. That's when it was filmed. Filament. That's just kind of where we're at right now. I am currently porting. This is obviously super post the actual video, but I'm currently porting some cylinder heads, and there's gonna be plenty of updates. I'm actually, now that okay, here's the great part. All right, don't hate me, but I have a bunch of videos that are all lined up and ready to go. I have just been not looking forward to editing the hour and a half video, and then all of a sudden it's just I screw up and delete it, and then it's just like, oh well, that certainly wasn't on purpose. I promise you that. In fact, I was shocked when that happened. I was like, oh, there's no way. And yeah, no, I certainly did. So yeah, But hey, you know, it's better than you wasting a whole hour and a half. And even if I split it up, that's still 45 minutes, which is crazy. I would not want people watching, just sitting there watching a video of me doing crap. That just sounds terrible, especially when you're not actually going to disassemble an engine. Like, who's going to do that? No one. No one's doing that. Unless they're paid for it. Or delusional. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. I am post-work, post-food, post all that stuff. So that's why I don't have a belt right now. So don't be getting any ideas. And yeah, like I said, gonna hit the A after this. But I will be doing the voiceover. Cause who else will? For the video. And I'm gonna walk you through all that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna be. Oh, there's just so many fun updates. I have my engine back. And there's more on that later. So yeah. I think that's it. And let it be. Let it go. You got to know when to hold them. Let's get out of here. All right, to the video. Well. All right, so this is the long lost promised video that I had been promising since like last week. So I mean, I feel terrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for delaying. I'm sorry for not being on time with my posts. So I apologize. So sorry. But I hope to give you great content and great entertainment, so forth. And I hope that you guys, I hope that it makes up for it. So this is the, let's see, this is like the one portion of the second part that's going to be playing after. This is the video where I'm showing you guys some stuff. I'm kind of yapping a little bit to the cameraman, really to you guys, and I'm just discussing some of the things I'll be doing. Now, I don't really remember what it was because it's muted, and I wasn't even going to use the audio because I was hitting too many ums, which I mean I kind of do now, but I'm really doing my best effort to kind of get rid of that. But like I said, I'm discussing some stuff with the engine, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. So the first order of business was showing you the distributor. So this is that. This is the part that connects to the camshaft, and it had been an absolute bugger to get out. Like, that was tough. I was kind of worried about damaging it, but after doing a little bit of research, I just figured out, like, okay, you just kind of try it out, try what works, and, it'll eventually get off. And I did so. I remember hitting it with a rubber mallet in, some areas, blah, blah, kind of, working some magic there. And my biggest thing with any of this has always been to be gentle and slow about stuff when you can be. I am not a fan of breaking things. I don't really ever break things, which is not like it's not a, a jinxing statement, but more of like an observation. Like, I really just don't do those things unless it's like those things are just toast, I don't really, I don't force things into, however, like there was one time that I was working on my friend's car and I broke this stupid $5 piece and it really screwed things up. But in, to my credit or defense, whatever, the piece that had broken was extremely brittle, and it was really unfortunate. But anyways, going back to this, so I'm just kind of showing you the exhaust here. No, the intake, sorry. The intake valve, and you can't really see how caked up it is, but in the next video you will be. But it is ridiculous how bad it is. And in this general valley looking thing you got here, this is what's called the lifter valley, and it's really fun. And I kind of mentioned how RTV happy the last people who put together the intake were, because the RTV had been kind of widespread in random little spots throughout the lifter valley and in some places they shouldn't have been. So yeah, I mean, it's a little unfortunate, but definitely someone had taken this thing apart, and that's quite obvious because, they cammed it, so yeah. But anyways, right now I'm kind of going over the spark plugs, and there was, I can't remember what video, it could very well have been Eric, the car guy, who was taking apart a Ford Fairlane, I believe. Could have been a Falcon, but I'm pretty sure it's a Fairlane, and it was also a 302. He was describing them, the spark plugs, as windows to the engine, or windows to the soul of the engine, whatever. And the way they even, think or conceptualize about that is when the piston goes up and down, and this is an extremely general sense for those who are, not super familiar. when the piston goes up and down, it is creating a little spark through those spark plugs. Those were, hence the name, haha. Anyways, moving on. So they will, kind of get a little bit dirty, and you're going to take a look-see here. This one is pitch black. This one is a little bit closer to where you'd want it to be. You don't want them to be super clean, and you don't want them to be super dirty. That's the most extremely generalized way of saying this. One leads to oil burning. The other indicates that, you might have a head gasket leak, or just in general, you're getting coolant somehow. And that's typically through a head gasket, blowing head gasket, or just one that's on its way. But anyways, moving on. So, goodness gracious. All right, so, goodness. Dirty. That's all I can say. RTV, up the freaking cracks. Literally, everywhere. It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Great news is that I'm actually going to be replacing this one, and I didn't know it yet. But this cast iron intake will no longer be used, so totally okay. I was swapping it out with an aluminum one, lightweight, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really happy about it. So moving on, we're looking at the rockers, and if you can tell, I don't know if this camera really zooms in on those things. Probably not, but anyways, the oil, once you start seeing crystals there, crystallization, that's how you know it's old, because that is gnarly. It's not how an engine's supposed to be, but yeah, that's just how it is. And yeah, so you're just going to see me fumbling about, looking for things that I misplaced. That's, honestly, it's kind of unfortunate, but I need to get organized. That's the side tangent here, but I need to get organized about, where my tools are going, because I spend a little bit too much time. Yes, you see me being stupid. Just wait for him to realize, oh wait, I have my breaker bar. Alright, so funny enough, this is the point in which I realized that one of the rocker nuts was not the same size. And in a few seconds, you're going to see me wise up and realize, oh, I have a breaker bar somewhere. I'm just going to go get it. And there it is. So that's one of the fun things about, okay, fun little dichotomy here. Or I don't know if dichotomy is the right word. I could be completely wrong. But one of the fun little things that happen that you notice that you catch yourself in is sometimes you're just working on something and you just get so caught up in it, and you forget that everything else behind you exists, that you can create solutions and do all these things that aren't conventional if you had just turned the other way. It's funny how that works. It really is. And this is also, okay, side tangent. Another side tangent is I wonder, okay, I'm not really heavily invested in trying to get a better microphone, but I have noticed that you can hear a lot of, the ambiance or the background noise, or just white noise that's going on in the background. Did not realize that. However, I don't, maybe one day when I'm getting paid for this stuff, I'll invest in that. If not, not really worried about it. But anyway, so we're kind of rounding out the last part of the video. I will be returning with another video shortly in a couple of days after I've kind of gone through it a little bit, but it's far more complete than this one is, and I'm actually talking to you guys and showing you guys stuff, so be on the lookout. We are going to be on a somewhat relatively good schedule, and I know a bunch of you are going to be having some time off for Thanksgiving and all that good stuff, so I hope to be able to drag your attention for just a short little bit so you guys can see what's going on, what I'm seeing, what I'm doing. And I really just appreciate you guys being on this journey with me. So again, I really cannot thank you guys enough for being here with me. So you guys take it easy, be safe. Bye-bye.